We members of Group 5 will be presenting on rotation. A thorough description of rotation. Rotation in mathematics refers to the transformation of points, objects, or coordinate systems around a fixed point called the center of rotation. It is a fundamental concept in geometry and is used to describe and analyze the position and orientation of objects in space. A rotation can be described in terms of several key elements. The key elements are 1. Center of rotation. The fixed point around which the rotation occurs is known as the center of rotation. All points in the object or coordinate system are rotated around the central point. 2. An angle of rotation. The angle through which the object or coordinate system is rotated is known as the angle of rotation. It is usually measured in degrees or radians. A positive angle represents a counterclockwise rotation, while a negative angle represents a clockwise rotation. 3. Direction of rotation. The direction of rotation determines whether the rotation is clockwise or counterclockwise. It is usually defined as either positive, counterclockwise, or negative clockwise. To perform a rotation, each point in the object or coordinate system is moved along a circular path, centered at the center of rotation. The distance traveled by each point is determined by the distance from the center and the angle of rotation. In two-dimensional space, a rotation can be represented by using a coordinate system. Each point xy is transformed in a new position, xy, according to the following equation. Here we have a simple equation where x mirror y mirror are the coordinates of rotated point xy are coordinates of the original point, and the theta is the angle of, and the theta is the angle of rotation. Rotation has several important properties. 1. Commutative. Rotation do not commute, which means that the order of applying multiple rotation affects the final result. 2. Composition. Rotation can be composed by applying multiple rotations successively. The result is equivalent to a single rotation with an angle equal to the sum of the individual angles of rotation. Inverse. Every rotation has an inverse rotation that cancels out its effect. The inverse of a rotation with angle theta is a rotation with angle theta. Fixed point. A rotation always has at least one fixed point, which is the center of rotation. In some cases, there may be other fixed points depending on the properties of the rotation. Rotation have numerous applications in various fields, including computer graphics, robotics, physics, and engineering. They are used to transfer and manipulate objects in three-dimensional space, determining the orientation of objects, stimulate motion, and solve geometric problems. Rotation and real-life situation. Rotation can be related to real-life situation in many ways. Two such ways are rotation of the earth. Rotation and real-life situation continue. The rotation of the earth and other planets about their respective axes is an example of rotatory motion. As the name indicates, momentum is what causes the heavenly bodies to rotate about their axis of rotations. Wheels of a moving vehicle. Wheels of a moving vehicle. When a vehicle is moving, its axles and wheels both rotate. The wheel's movement is either the forward or backward direction aids in moving the vehicle, while the car is in motion as a result of the conversion of rotational motion into linear motion. The motion of the wheel shows the existence of rotatory motions. By using a range of instructional tools, teaching rotation can be made interesting and productive. Here are a few ideas. Visual aid. To illustrate the idea of rotation, use visual aids such as chart, diagrams, and drawing. These illustrations can aid students in comprehending the basic components of rotation, such as rotation, center, angle, and direction. Manipulatives give students tools to physically manipulate and see rotation, such as paper cutouts, protractors, and compasses. Students can physically rotate objects or rotate shapes on a coordinate grid to demonstrate the impact of various rotational angles and orientation. 3. Videos and animation. Some examples of rotation is action using videos and animation. These visual aids can assist students in understanding the concept and providing example of rotations in the real world. Videos and instruction on geometry and rotation can be found on a wide variety of educational websites, YouTube channels, and other online platforms. 4. Example of real life to make the notions more accessible and relatable. Connect rotation to real world instances. For instance, you can talk about how rotating things work in mechanical systems, such as rotating gears, or in neutral occurrence, such as the rotation of the earth. Collaborative learning promotes cooperative learning by giving out groups projects or assessments that are associated with rotation. Students can collaborate to explore and learn about rotational properties, work through difficulties, or create presentations that demonstrate your knowledge. And this has brought us to the end of our presentation on rotation. Thank you.